there has been a lot of debate about the new curriculum as something that was implemented in a haste and is not aligned with the learners and the implementers' need. So what we are saying is that since the introduction of the new standard-based curriculum that was being implemented by the NACA and the Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Service, there have been a lot of perception about this, that the curriculum was being implemented in a haste. It didn't take time to come out with a proper implementation. That is what others have been saying, and there has been a lot of debate about this one. So we are going to conduct this study to find out the major perceptions about the implementation of the new curriculum from the teachers, and also wanted to ascertain whether their comments are positive or negative. So the purpose of the study is to explore the major perception of teachers about the new standard-based curriculum and evaluate whether their views are positive or negative. So these are the research questions we are going to look at. We will look at what perception do teachers hold against the implementation of the new curriculum. Then, do teachers hold positive or negative views about the curriculum? So we are going to perform a sentiment analysis on this one. Then also, what level of satisfaction do teachers have with the new SBA? Then what is the level of satisfaction for both gender? So you can see that the method that we are going to do is that we are going to use the MIS method, because we wanted to know the level of satisfaction as well as we wanted to also know the perception of what people. So this one we are going to do the explanatory sequential MIS method. That is the approach that we are going to do. We first of all analyze the quantitative data, then followed by the qualitative data. So that is it. So now let's start. But because of the sake of the study, I'm going to first of all finish with the qualitative, then followed by the quantitative. So let's use exploratory instead of explanatory, because you already know that when we talk about exploratory, we will first of all do the qualitative aspect first, then followed by the quantitative aspect. So that is it. So now let's move to OPC. So this is the data set that we're going to use. We're going to use this data set. These are the demographic data, the age, the gender, education, years of teaching, and the various response from the teachers. So the first thing is that we are going to copy this one. Then we are going to place it in our qualitative software that I designed. So this is the interface. So you can see, first of all, you paste everything here. So let me delete this one. Let me delete this one too. Let me delete this one. Then this one, I was testing it. So and now, so you just paste it. You move to paste. Seems it didn't. Was not able to. So okay, let me paste it again. And you can see, so you choose the 1, 2, 3, the values, and so we have pasted it. So what we are going to do is that these are the response. So you read the response and you try as much as possible to come out with a keywords. So I appreciate the increased focus of critical thinking and problem solving in the new curriculum. So here you can see that the major keyword is that critical thinking and problem solving. So here see it promotes. So just come and write here promote. critical thinking, and problem solving. So that is it. Then we go back. So that is it. So here you can even freeze the plane here. Then also I appreciate a more student-centered approach, but I worry about the potential for increased workload. So here the key word is that it increases workload on what? Teachers. So you write increases workload on teachers. Good. Then you come here. As experienced teacher, I appreciate the increased emphasis on interdisciplinary. So you can see that here it talks about interdisciplinary. So let me pause the video here, then I'll try to do it faster for all of us. So let me pause the video. Good. So as we can all see, so these are the major keywords that I had from all the response. So you can see the response. These are the responses from the teachers. And when you come here, these are the keywords, the major keywords. It promotes critical thinking and problem solving. So here what we are going to do is that we are going to assign codes to it. So it promotes critical thinking. Let me assign code 0 to 8. So you assign codes to it to represent them, to signify them to. So that is so. The moment you see anything that talks about promote critical thinking, then it means that you have to assign 0 to 8. Increases workload. Let me give it 1. Interdisciplinary also is different. So let me give it 2. So this one, let me give it 2. Then put pressure on. Let me give it 3. So lack of focus on academic. Let me give it 4. Provide guidance. So provide guidance. So it seems when it provide guidance, then it means that it more or less provide guidance helps in promoting. No, this one is quite different. So let me give it 5. Lack of focus on, so it's the same as lack of focus on core academic, so I give it 4. So here this one also has to give it 4. Then lack of resources, let me give it 6, because this one is talking different thing altogether. Focus is the same thing, so 4. So increase focus 4. So this one also 4. So you can see that decrease focus, so let me give it 4. Give core skills, so let me make it interdisciplinary, the same thing as this one, because it talks about the same thing. It incorporate technology. Good. So here is different, so let me give it 7. Focus, this one, let me give it 4. Rigid adherence. Rigid adherence is more or less like it's lack focus, so the same thing. Put pressure, so let me give it 3, because rigid adherence is the same thing. Then lack of focus also 4. Emphasize on experiential learning, so experiential learning is the same as experiential learning is the same as that of what? That of it promotes critical thinking, because experiential learning more or less promotes. Okay, so this one, so let me give it a code of what? 0, because it's the same thing as we're talking about, so it's the same thing. Haste implementation 8. Then this one 8. Focus on teacher development. Okay, it's more or less like it provides guidance. So it provides guidance. So let me give it 5. Let me give it 5. Teacher provision of support. So this implementation 8. This one also talks about lack of focus on core academic skills. So let me give it 5. Then it solve real life problem. So you can see that here it solve real life problem is the more as it emphasize on experiential learning because it gives you experience. So 0. It promotes differential learning also. Good. Increases workload for teachers. So you can see that it increases workload. I gave it a code of what? 1. So this one also, let me give it a code of 1. Then it focus on content knowledge. So it's the same as lack focus on traditional assessment because it does not give students the ability to. So this one, let me give it 4. This implementation, let me give it 8, a code of 8. So also this one 8. Increases workload, I gave it 1. Focus, this one also 4. So I am done. So the moment you are done, then you come to teen developing down there. So you can see that here you are coming to take each of the codes, to combine the codes, the keywords to form a team. A team is a combination of what? Codes or keywords. Combination of keywords. So here the first one is that we said something that code 0 is 4. Code 0 is 4. So let's come to code 0. So code 0, I gave it what? It promotes critical thinking. So this one, you write it here. It promotes critical thinking. And problem solving. So you must write it here. Good. And how the counts were 4. So indicate 4. Then we are combining. Then he said this one is a positive distance, and it then interdisciplinary. So you can see that here talks about promote thinking and interdisciplinary. So here interdisciplinary. So that is it, and you can see the counts. The counts were 2. The counts were 2. Now let's come to another part. Team 2. Also, this one, it increases workload on teachers. It increases workload on teachers. Also, it was 3. So this one is a negative thing. So it increases workload on teachers, and the counts were increases workload on teachers. So you can see that the counts were 3. So the count were 3, and let me combine workload on teachers. Then also it puts pressure on students. So you can see it puts pressure on students. And here the counts were, it was code 4, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pressure on student, and it was what? 2. So the count were also 2. Then let's come to another part here. Also, lack of focus. It's lack focus on functional knowledge. So that is it. And you know, the count, to having a greater count of 11, because of functional knowledge or on academic skills, and it increase. So it's the same thing. Then you can see the lack of resources, because this one and this one is the same thing. Quite familiar is the same thing, and lack of resources and technology. So you can see that lack of resources and technology. So that lack of resources and technology, let me see the code that I gave it to it. So here you come and check the code. I gave it code 6. So code 6 and code 6 is 1. So you can see the count is 1. So you can have 3 or 5 codes, teams. Then let me it also, you can come here. So lack of focus. Then also we come here that the emphasis on haste implementation. So you can see it was haste implementation. Also, let me see the code that I gave to it. Haste implementation, I quite remember it was 8. Yes, haste implementation 8. Haste implementation 8. Haste implementation. So you come here, the count was also what? 8. Haste implementation code 8, 5. So the count is 5. Then here also so increases workload, it seems I have done. Lack of technology also I have done. Then lack of focus. So this one. So let me see, it was 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8. So the last one, you come here, you gave it code 8. So at least if you had to break it into 4 functional, understand. So I think code 7 also was what? It gave increase. So haste, lack of traditional assessment. So it seems lack of traditional assessment is different thing. So let me give it 9. Because it's also a different thing. It's a different thing here. So it's a different thing here. So this one will change to 10 rather. Lack focus on traditional assessment. Lack focus on traditional assessment. So and this one also is 1. So have you seen? Now then you move to this part. We move to this part. Then they are 32 in number. So 32 making 5. So it means that we have to make sure that the count is also 5. So put pressure on student interdisciplinary 2. So this one is also 3. This one is also 5. I don't know. But now let's see the count. The count is 28. So we have almost 4. So now let's look at this one. Corporate technology 7. Okay, 7. So 7 have not been done. Promote critical thinking. Put pressure into this make increases workload on teachers. Then also rigid adherence to standard. And based implementation. Focus on teacher development. Focus on teacher development. Solve real world problem. Okay, so focus on teacher development. So it seems focus on teacher development have not been done. So this one, it focus on teacher development. So focus on teacher development. The count was 3. And this one is also provide guidance. So you can see provide guidance also, it was code 1. The count is 1. So in all you get your 32. So 32, good. So after getting your 32, you come to results. So you can see the results. And so this is it. Promote critical thinking, interdisciplinary. 6 increases work. So here you come and write everything proper here as the same here. So here is that it promotes. You write it in a way to better suit you. Promote. So you can start with its incorporation. So this one, incorporation. So you write it to suit how it is. So incorporation of interdisciplinary promoting critical and problem solving skills So that is the first one. Then you can say it puts pressure on students and increases. So here you write it where this one is just a distance. So you write it where in a right increases workload for teachers. So then you come to the third one, is that it lack resources and functional knowledge. So this one is that so this one is what it lack which traditional assessment and implementation was haste. Although it provides, so we can see that it provides guidance and teacher development. So you have to write it where. So have you seen? We are done. So we are done with this one. So if comes here also, we have a graph to show everything together. So a graph can incorporate the graph. So what you do is that you just highlight everything here. Then we are going to paste it in our work. So you can see we are going to paste everything here. We are going to paste it. Let me delete this one first. So this one, then we let's paste it. So have you seen, we have pasted a new one. Okay, so we paste it in a better way. And so you can increase the font. Let's increase the font. Good. We can also highlight this part. Good. So we are done. So this is it. So have you seen that we can see that now with the new curriculum we can boldly say that it lacks resources and functional knowledge, and then we can also say that it also lacked the rich traditional assessment, and the implementation was in a hasty. But even with that, it also helps to promote critical thinking and problem solving skills, and as well as gives proper guidance and teacher development. Yes, promotes teacher development. So that is the trend. Promote teacher development. This one promotes teacher development. So that is it. So now let's come to our thing. Now we can also do a visualization. So a visualization, you come here, you can come and paste anyone that you think is good for you. So you can either paste this one, you can paste this one, copy, Ctrl+C, copy. Then we can then put it also here in a nice Ctrl+V. So have you seen, for a visualization you can do editing, then you can see everything looks nice here. So better visualization. Good. Then from this one, let's move to our objective. What do teachers hold positive or negative views about the curriculum? So let's do that also. Sentiment analysis. So with the same this thing, it also have a sentiment analysis here. The same this thing also have a sentiment. So when it comes to the sentiment analysis, this is how it is. The first one is called tweet test. So you make sure that you write tweet test here. So and these are the comments. So here you go to insert, you come to get add in. Microsoft have so many add in. So the add in that we're going to use is what? Azure machine learning. So you can see we have Azure. You type here Azure machine learning, zero machine learning, you can see this one, then you add it in. You add it. I've already added it, so you have to add it. So when it comes to my adds in, you can see Azure machine learning. You click on it like this. You click on it. So when you click on it, it will load. When you click on it, it will load. Then you select sentiment test sentiment analysis. So when you select, we have this view schema. So you are going to write your first input one. You write tweet test. So I've written tweet test here. Then the output that it will give you a first output that is in the form of strings and score. So that is it. So this is what is going to give to us. So this one, it will tell you that where do you want, then you click here. When you click here, you make sure that you select the test. You make sure you select the test like this in the form of Control plus Shift. Oh no, select the test should be 33. So we can all see that. So it has been selected. So let me clean it. So you select this one. You are selecting this one. We have 32. So 32. We are done. So as you are done, then where you want it to be, we want it to be on B1. So that is it. So we want it to be on B1. So B1. So after we are done, then we do predict. So that is it. So have you seen here, we have all our positive, their sentiment, our sentiment, and our scores. You can see our sentiment, then our various scores. So let me make it red for you us to see it where. So these are the sentiment: positive, 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 neutral, neutral, neutral. So you can see that, and these are the various scores. So after you're done, you can just click it here. Then we come to sentiment results. So these are the sentiment results. So you can see that this one, because this I have to make some correction here. So I have to make some correction here. Yes, I should have made that correction, and the template. This is a template, so I should have made that correction. Then also, the sentiment, it was on B. It was on B, not on C. So, and we can see that it has been counted for us. So here we had 84%. So according to the teachers are saying, even though they are saying positive things about the curriculum, So this is the sentiment. So you copy. Then after you copy, and you come to the sentiment analysis. So this one is views, comments. So comments on SBA, and we can copy it here. So you can see that even though all the teachers are having a positive view, they are having a positive view about the curriculum, and this 15 or 16% are not sure whether the curriculum that they introduce is what. So we can Just let's say that if the curriculum is good because the teachers are having a positive view, even though there are some challenges. So you can see that there are some challenges here. There are some challenges here, even though they are saying that it puts pressure on students and increased workload and it lack functional knowledge. But still, you can see that most of them are saying that it incorporate interdisciplinary and also provide guidance. And so we can see that even though some are saying negative things, but still the positive are also more according to the sentiment analysis. So that is it. Now let's come to our third distinct. And we are going to use JMOV. So this one is the software. The software is what? JMOV. We're going to use JMOV for the analysis. So when you come to JMOV, you click here, then you want to open a file. So open. So in open dialogs, we browse where our file is. So it will send us straight to where our file is. Then we select the folder where our file is. So we are going to look at teachers, what level of satisfaction. This is what we are going to do. So you can see that it is loading. It takes time. Yes, so it is done with the loading. It is done with the loading. But you have to do some the variables. Some of them, this one is in ordinal, so you have to change it to suit what you want. So this one is ordinal. So come to variables, we do some little changes about the variable. We do some edits here. This one is in continuous. This one is in continuous. So you can see ordinal integers. So we are done. Then we come to the second one. This one is gender. Gender is in nominal data. We will learn all these things. Then the age is also in. The age is in nominal. Let's make it nominal because let's group it. We are grouping it. So we can be ordinal. Let's take ordinal because some are older than some. Then also here, let's make it teaching experience also. It shouldn't be ordinal. It shouldn't be nominal. It should be ordinal because it is level. Somehow it is in category levels. Then also the qualification also is in the ordinal because some are higher than others. So that is it. Then we are done. So we are done with the changes. No, it seems it's left with one. It's left with one. The satisfaction level left with one. So the satisfaction level also it should be ordinal because it is in rank from 1 to 2. So after we are done, then we come to the data. So this is the data to give you the data. Nice one. So now let's come to analysis. You come to analysis. So we are going to do chi-test square, chi-test. So here we are going to do chi-test of association. Yeah. So independent samples. So let's click on here, dependent samples. Want to know the level. So the row here, let's make it what the column. So this level we are going to go by gender as well as what the satisfaction level. So gender as well as the satisfaction level. You just wait for a while for it to finish loading. So have you seen that it's loading here? Good. So when it comes to, now this is the chi-square test. When it is below 0.05, it means that there is differences. And this one is below 0.05. It means that there is a significant differences when it comes to the level of satisfaction among the various gender. You can see that the female teachers here, female teachers 5, moderate satisfaction. This one is a low satisfaction. This one is a moderate satisfaction, and this one is a high satisfaction. This one is very high satisfaction. So you can see that the females have a high satisfaction, but the males have a low satisfaction. So that is it. Even though there is differences, but in all we can even say that in all the teachers have because when you look at the three, the teachers have an average satisfaction, moderate satisfaction on the SBA. Their satisfaction is moderate, but the female teachers have a higher satisfaction, more than that of the female teachers. So that is it. So you can see that the female teachers have a higher satisfaction, more than the female teachers. So this is it. So what you do is that you can click on it. You can click on it. Then you can copy. You can copy and paste it here. So moderate satisfaction or average satisfaction. They have a moderate satisfaction or average satisfaction. So this is the table. So you copy the table here. Copy the table. So this is the table. They have a moderate satisfaction. So here we can say that the female teachers have a high satisfaction than